Be honest, are you going into February as a hopeless romantic, a Valentine skeptic, or someone who just wants an excuse to read romance and avoid real feelings?
Before we talk about books, let's talk about us going into the month.
Today's episode is our February reset. We're setting the vibes for the month and what we're actually craving from stories, culture, and escapism this season.
This month on the podcast, we're moving through February together. We're starting with today's reset, and we're going to dive into a trending book that everyone's talking about. We will take on a book-to-screen adaptation with Wuthering Heights. I'm doing air quotes now because that one's going to be interesting. And we're wrapping it all up with a February look back to see what actually worked, what didn't, and how our intentions held up in real life.
Let's open February together.
Okay, very, very serious question here.
Let's do it together. Serious questions only.
Okay, are you a hopeless romantic or a Valentine cynic or an Olympic addict?
Every 4 years, Valentine's Day is ruined for me by the Winter Olympics. I don't have a spouse. I have no love in my heart except for the Olympic gold.
The month of February isn't red, it's gold, baby.
Yeah.
And it better not be silver and it better not be bronze.
No, but honestly, I could really get lost in the Olympic spiral. I don't know if you guys remember when me and Cassie read The Favorites, but we love the Olympics.
But you know what? The Olympics, I feel like, are colored with some romance because a lot of times these athletes might be dating. And who knows? There might be some behind-the-scenes romance too, baby.
There has got to be a romance book out there somewhere that's about Olympians hooking up at the Olympics. And if there is, we're rushing to read it this month.
I mean, not to have another heated rivalry plug, but that literally happened in Heated Rivalry.
Oh my God, she's out.
Not to bring it back to Heated Rivalry.
Get her out! Put her on the bench, coach.
All I'm saying is that hockey viewing is going to skyrocket for the first time in Winter Olympics history.
And if one of them doesn't kiss at the end, I'm rioting.
We'll be upset. We the women of the world.
But in every other year that is not the Olympics, I actually have always been a Valentine's Day cynic, which is kind of surprising, I think.
That is surprising. Why is that?
I've always just thought it's a Hallmark holiday. I grew up in restaurants. My family manages a restaurant space, and every Valentine's Day, couples would flood into these restaurants to sit so close together and eat their overpriced meal and honestly barely talk to each other. And then they would go home and they probably sat in front of the TV every other night. Valentine's Day just didn't scream romance to me.
This just got so bleak.
So yeah, you said serious question.
Yeah, we made it serious real quick. I thought we were fun talking about heated rivalry. You know what? I think I'm the opposite, and I think I'm a hopeless romantic. I believe that we should be celebrating love all year. Don't get me wrong. I think it's bizarre that a lot of people use Valentine's Day as this little crutch to show the one romantic bone in their body, and then they go back into their cave after that. But I like that there is a moment where everybody is we're going to just love on each other and we're going to appreciate each other. In school when you would bring Valentines for the whole class, and it was really sweet. So I don't know. I appreciate it.
I get what you're saying. It's a nice reminder, just a day for everybody to sit down and remember. But also, I would hope we would feel like Valentine's Day every day in our relationships.
I mean, yeah, I feel that way about you every day. So
yeah, you literally spoil me and give me the best gifts, and you literally use words of affirmation for me when you know something makes me anxious. Every day is Valentine's Day.
That's right. And I love that we have Galentine's Day too.
True.
I don't know. I just think it's a nice light holiday that we can all really appreciate. We all should appreciate.
That should be the reminder. But I do appreciate any holiday that allows me to eat copious amounts of candy.
Yeah. In that vein, also every day is Valentine's Day for you too.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we also know that February is Black History Month as well. So there's
Yes.
a lot going on in February, honestly.
Yes. Olympics, Black History Month, incredibly relevant right now. We need to support. And then also third place love.
Third
Bro-
place.
bronze medal love.
What if we just mixed them all together and we said we are going to specifically really highlight Black athletes during the Olympics
That
and
are in love.
that are in love
Yeah,
and maybe love on them a little bit more.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so how do you feel like your Valentine's Day cynicism trickles into the media that you consume in February? Like, do you want
Yeah,
love in books and movies and all of that stuff?
I guess kind of not. But like
Oh,
now that you've just convinced me with this new, fresh look on February,
mm.
I maybe do want it.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, well, I feel like I'm going to prioritize some extra romance this month.
Okay.
And there is an author, her name's Kennedy Ryan, who I still have not read, but she writes so many amazing Black love stories that I have been
Oh.
just literally desperate to get into. So I'm 100% going to read like 14 of her books next
What are
month.
some of the books she's written?
Before I Let Go has been on my list, I think, like literally since it came out.
Okay.
Real is another one that
Ooh.
is supposed to be really good. And then there was one other, oh, Long Shot.
Oh, I
And
think I have heard of that one.
that's actually a sporty one. That's about basketball. So
Ooh.
there we go.
Oh. Why did
Yeah.
I just get a little turned on when I heard
Oh,
that? Oh. Romance, it's in the air. Oh my God. February.
oh my God.
February.
And then another author that I love that writes unbelievable Black love stories is Tia Williams.
Oh,
And
nice.
I read A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by her last year and fell in love. And so I really want to read 7 Days in June by her. That's supposed to be
Ooh.
really good.
I actually put Love Songs for Ricky Wilde on my TBR after you read it because it sounds amazing. So
Mm,
I want to
it's
dabble as well.
it is delicious. So you'll love it.
I have a little bit of both of our themes going on, but kind of separately. So
Okay.
you have been telling me to read Bride and Mate by Allie Hazelwood for months.
For forever.
Do you think this is a good month to do it?
Yeah,
No?
I guess so.
Is it not a romance book? It's literally called
It
Bride
is.
and Mate.
I mean, I guess you could read it at any point in the year and still have a great time with it. I
What is
don't
it, like a
know.
Halloween story?
It's they're paranormal romances, so I guess that's why it gave me a pause because I was like, oh, it
Oh,
does feel kind of Halloween on occasion. But I don't know, you could read it really whenever. And they're so
damn.
bingeable. Like you would probably finish both of those within the span of like 3 days.
I was literally going to try to convince my book club to read it, but this reaction is not selling it for me.
You should. It's so good. But I don't know if it's like my Valentine's Day pick.
Okay. Well, what about And Now Back to You by your lover and friend BK
Oh,
Borison?
my very close and personal friend, BK Borison. My
Cassie would
girl.
not shut up about First Time Caller last year.
I love
And
that book.
so if she isn't rushing to the bookstore to buy this book on release date, she's fired.
I'm literally going to be doing a doorbuster situation on that release day. I love First Time Caller. And honestly, that would be a great Valentine's Day book.
Okay,
So
so
maybe you
that
should
one
bump that one up.
passes. Okay, that one passes the test.
It does.
Oh
But
my
yes, I'm
God.
very excited for Now Back to You. It's actually the sequel to First Time Caller, and it dials in on the story of a couple of the side characters that we met in the first book.
Oh,
And one of the side characters is best friends with the MMC, and he's so fucking funny. I cannot wait to read his story.
wait, so do I need to read First Time Caller first?
You don't need to, but it would, it's not going to take away from the story not
Guys,
reading it.
this conversation has absolutely destroyed my February TBR.
Like, I think I would also say that you don't need to read Bride before you read Mate.
That feels crazy.
Sorry.
I don't know if anybody else agrees with that.
I guess I'm crazy. No, I actually think that people would agree with that maybe because I recently gave Mate to one of my friends, and one of our other friends that had read both said that you didn't need to read Bride before.
You don't get confused about the characters?
No.
Okay. All right, so I know you're actually not going to be able to turn me down on this one. I actually feel like this is an amazing time to
Mm.
read James by Percival Everett.
Yes, that was on my list for February
Oh
too.
my god, okay, thank God.
Okay, by the way, I wasn't shutting down Bride and Mate. I was just saying
Oh my
maybe
god,
I
let
would
me go
prioritize other things.
burn all my books after this.
No, I
No, but
totally agree. I've been wanting to read James for the last year and a half, so I fully support this.
so are you going to mix in anything outside of romance and then James? Because you said you're going to have a big hitter month.
Yeah, I'm going to read Wuthering Heights, which I
Huh?
haven't read since high school.
I am also going to read because we must before the movie, I think.
Yeah, and I genuinely don't know that I could even classify that as a romance.
I have no idea. So when I read my first classic last month, Pictures of Dorian Gray, I had no idea what it was before going in, and I kind of want to do that again.
Yeah, I agree. I even though I know everything about it because I read it a long time ago, it's mostly the highlights and the premise. I don't remember the specific details, but I am obviously really excited about reading it before the movie, but also after we read The Favorites, which was technically a retelling, I'm just excited to draw all the parallels between them.
Yeah, I will actually be very interested in that too, because I didn't know what Wuthering Heights was when I was reading The Favorites.
Yeah, talk about chaotic and messy characters. These people are crazy.
I actually wish that we would have waited to read The Favorites until the Olympics and Valentine's Day.
Yeah. That might have been smart.
Why am I so obsessed with reading in a theme now?
I don't know. She can't read anything outside of a theme.
I'm regretting past reads. Literally books
So
I've loved.
I don't know what to say about that. Books she loved. She literally rated this, I think, 5 stars.
Okay, but also are we absolutely gonna lose all of these reading goals we're setting to the Olympics?
No, I don't think so. I mean, because
Cassie!
I don't watch every event. I really get hyped up on 4 events and then the opening and closing ceremonies, and that's kind of it.
Which events are you most excited for?
Ice skating, hockey, of course.
Of course.
So, and then I weirdly love the what's it called? The luge.
I
What is
love the
that?
luge, and it's
The
because
bobsled. The
we
bobsled.
love cool runnings.
Cool runnings.
Cassie and I love the movie Cool Runnings. Of course, we love the bobsled team.
And then my last one is skiing, obviously.
Yeah.
I love all the tricks that they do.
I love all of the ice skating, and now I feel like I'm going to be into the ice dancing because of The Favorites.
True.
I love the skating where they speed skate around the
me
small
too.
rink. Crazy.
When they have their arms behind their backs.
Yeah, who
and they're
was that
just
really
doubled over?
Popular USA athlete? Apollo Ono. I swear
Apollo
that was his
Ono.
name.
Yes, that was. And he had his little goatee.
Yes. I
What a
love
vibe.
the skiing, the downhill skiing.
Yeah.
So fun. But
Yep.
I love the snowboarding and skiing off the half pipe also.
Yeah, me too. That's true. I kind of count that all in the same group.
Oh, okay. See, I've learned from reading, because reading opens your minds, that my multiple minds.
My minds.
That these Olympic sports are very diverse once you get into the singular event.
That's true. That is very true. Yeah. So I think those are my big ones. But then outside of that, I feel like I'm more of a Summer Olympics girly, if I'm being honest, outside of those specific ones.
That's true. We do love a bit of both. But you also have been to Milan. What do you think about Milan hosting?
It's going to be interesting. That city
Ooh.
can definitely handle a large volume of people, but I don't know. I'm just intrigued by how everything's laid out. I actually have a friend that's going, so she'll report from the scene.
Ooh,
boots
yes.
on the ground.
How far away do you think they're gonna have to go to, like, get to the Alps to do some of these ski events?
It's actually not crazily far. I think it's, like, within
Okay.
an hour or 2.
That's so crazy to me, though, that, like, they host these Olympic events and they're so widespread.
Yeah, but I think it would be hard to find, like, a big city that you could host it in that also has a mountain range, like, right there.
Mhm. We
Mm.
should start our own Olympic city.
Oh! New venture. Olympic Village in my backyard.
And any Olympian that wants to come has to read Heated Rivalry before.
Upon entry, you have to show us your Goodreads. Something that is definitely going to distract me from my reading is that the new Bridgerton series is coming out.
Oh my god, how am I gonna fit this all in?
I know. I'm so excited. It's going to be. I have such high expectations for this. It's actually like kind of scary. Like, if
I
I'm let down, I'm going to be really upset.
I weirdly have high expectations too, which I feel like after we watched last season, we were kind of like, we need to lower our expectations.
I
Like
know.
we're getting in deeper into these seasons with the less lovable characters.
Yeah, but this is Benedict. I love him.
I know, and I'm going in with really high expectations, but I think we should lower them. Like, our
Don't tell
budget's
me
being
that.
cut. We're on season 4. Like, are the costumes gonna be a little more whack? Like,
No, I don't know. I refuse to believe it. I think his character is one that can like really hold a season versus I feel like Colin couldn't.
so I actually think that this is one of the books I didn't read in the series because
Oh, really?
I read a lot of them, but I didn't make it to this one.
Hmm.
So I'm
Okay.
going in blind with
We're
my
both
high
going in blind. Yeah.
expectations.
With your high expectations, you're telling us to lower.
Yeah. Also, but do you think what characters do you think are going to return? Because like Daphne and what was his name in the first?
Oh, what was his name? I've
What's
already
his
blocked him
name?
out because he left the show. So really,
I know that was really upsetting for me when they left. Daphne and him weren't really in the rest of the seasons.
she like kind of was though.
Yeah, she dabbled, but then it was like Simon.
Simon.
Yeah, you
Simon.
said, and I was like
Yeah,
Simon.
Simon.
Simon and Daphne. She like couldn't show up that much because they'd be like, "Where's your husband?" Like, you are pregnant and with child and have a child on your hip. Where is your husband?
It wasn't modern day yet where you could show up to places without your husband
Yeah, she
and there
needed the
wouldn't be
escort.
questions. She needed an escort
So,
everywhere she went.
do you think that like Anthony and Kate
Yeah,
Sharma are gonna show up?
I think they'll come back because Antony and Benedict are like close as brothers,
True.
you know? So I think it would be
Yeah,
crazy if he didn't.
I
And
really
I feel
hope
like
so.
Jonathan Bailey still has a lot of love for Bridgerton. Like he understands his roots.
I think so too. He has shot to stardom, but he knows where he started.
He knows. Well, speaking of romance in general, I do feel like contemporary romance kind of gets a lot of flack online for just being like easy, stupid reads, basically.
Yeah.
And particularly with, I feel like readers who are on one side of the anti-intellectual debate and
Mhm.
anti-intellectualism debate. So I'm interested in what you think that romance actually gives readers because I have a lot of opinions on this.
I have a lot of opinions as well, and I was really sitting down and thinking about this more than just like I'm a romance reader and I want to argue back on this. Like I was trying to think of like really good solid points and
Yeah,
I was thinking about how romance books actually touch on so many themes and they
yeah,
make them easy to digest and like easy to understand in a setting that's not overwhelming.
yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
I
and I think that that is a huge like gift to society.
Yes, I totally agree. I think that there typically is a lot as it relates to empowerment, particularly female empowerment, because a lot of times we're reading from the FMC's point of view. I think there's a lot around self discovery. I feel like there's a
Mhm.
lot of just permission that these stories give women in particular that
Yeah.
are very important and are touched on, I think, in a lot of other genres and in a lot of other types of stories. But I think it's so prominent in this genre. And the fact that that's something that we're poo pooing on is mind blowing to me.
Yeah. How many romances have we read in like literally the past year where it's talking about like same-sex couples,
Yeah.
pushing the envelope on gender norms
Yeah. I'll say
that is
that.
yeah, putting the woman in the position of power, whether it be like her career and her relationships. Like
Right.
these are huge things that are missing out of a lot of media, not even just books that
Yeah.
romance gives us.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I also think that in a lot of contemporary romance, there's very complex storytelling. Like, yes, the kind of forefront, or I guess the like underscoring of the stories is a romance between two people, but there's typically a lot going on within the character development where you're learning about people who might be dealing with grief, with trauma, with shame, with all of these things, and you're unraveling that and you're getting this really deep peek into that. And I
Mhm.
feel like that adds to a lot of the complexity and the depth of these stories that you don't really get in a lot of other places.
Yeah, because you're not getting, like, huge battle scenes and, like, things that are distracting you, so, like, these characters have to be developed.
Yeah, I agree. And there's also like there's just so much of a journey that a lot of these characters are normally going through. Like they're really like healing some internal wound
Yeah.
and getting to see that and getting to read that and feel that so personally, I think is really beautiful. And we can all get something out of that.
The one thing that I think people could argue with me on is what I'm about to say, and it's something that I enjoy about romance is that there is a lot going on in the world. There's just been so much heaviness on everybody's hearts, and
Hmm.
I like going into a story knowing that there's going to be a happy ending, and I don't have to be anxious throughout the story that something horrible is going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. And I think that that's valid. Like, I think that we should regularly be reminded that there can be happy endings to things.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't just have to be doom and gloom. Speaking of the
Yeah.
Valentine's Day cynic over here, like,
I know.
I really think that having a regular reminder of, like, things can turn out the way that you want them to, even though you might go through ups and downs and twists and turns throughout your journey, like, you could still get to the place that you want to, and you can be happy no matter what's going on in the world.
I love that.
So,
Um,
I agree.
you know what's one last thing that's so crazy when I was reading an article about romance books and like specifically based off of like Emily Henry's big boom in the
Yeah.
last couple of years. So there is this thing that is an actual like economical study called the lipstick index. And
Oh.
it's based off of after 9/11, there was like a boom in lipstick sales because it was a easy, cheap, like way to get a big, like, emotional boost, like,
Oh, yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
And so, like, women were, like, sad, the economy's down, things are horrible, but they could go into CVS and grab a new lipstick, and they put it on, and they feel better.
You know
So,
what? I get that.
yeah, after COVID, there was a big boom in romance books because the
Mm.
economy was down, people weren't leaving their houses, they were sad, and it was an easy fix to be able to go buy your like 17.99 paperback romance book from the
Yeah.
store
Yeah.
and get some escapism.
You know what? I totally get that, and I couldn't support that more. Like, I just the lipstick piece was really just speaking to me because I was like,
Yeah.
I could have no makeup on, my hair could look like absolute trash, and I could put on a lip and feel like I could take over the world. Give me
Yes.
my road lip, and I will get anything done.
I could be crying tears all day from stress, and I could get in bed at night and pick up a romance book and forget about it all.
Yes, totally.
So, you know what, Cass? I think that throughout this episode, you A, convinced me not to be a Valentine cynic anymore. And
Oh,
B, you got me really excited to read some romance books.
you know what? I think that romance also has a big through line with pushing the feminist agenda,
Yeah.
and that's maybe why I'm so obsessed with it. Like, I
You're
genuinely am like, if you're a romance cynic, like, you might not be a feminist. Actually, you just aren't. I'll just say that.
Oh, make her go viral. Somebody clip that and put it online so so the anti-intellectuals can come for her.
Yeah, anti-intellectual. I think every single one of those people might be anti-feminist.
Yeah,
You heard
she's
it here
got her
first.
road lipstick on and her romance book in hand, and you will not convince her otherwise.
That's right. Again, could literally take on the world with those two things in hand. No problem.
I love it. So closing out February, what do you think your like goal is or what you're most excited for?
I think my goal is to make sure that I'm integrating. I know we talked a lot about romance, but I think I want to integrate a good diversity of reading. Like, if I am reading a lot of romance, for example, like, I would like to read a lot of different styles of romance, different
Mm,
kinds of romance. I don't just want the, like, copy paste Emily Henry romance throughout the month. Like, I
yeah,
kind of
that's
want
fair.
to, I want to shake it up. I want to have a lot of different types of stories because I think that there's just, again, there's so many layers to this and there's so much complexity to the genre that I feel like there's just really unique stories that I can tap into that I don't normally. So that's my big goal.
I love it. I think I'm going to lean into Valentine's Day this year and maybe report back.
Mm. Maybe report back.
I will send you guys a picture from my dinner table at the restaurant, very close to others. And I'll be ignoring my
Having a good
significant
conversation.
I'll actually be ignoring my spouse to take the photo. So I'm excited for this month. This has completely reset my mood, and I'm so glad this episode happened.
Wow, I'm feeling on top of the world that I just did that. I think it's because I had a lip on.
Same.
All right, well, I think next week we are going to be talking about a surprise book that is trending all over Book Talk, and we are going to, as usual, read it, rate it, debunk all of the hype around it because we don't gatekeep any of that stuff.
No, no, nobody's convincing me about my emotions. I am the ruler of my own.
Okay. And if you would be so kind, we would appreciate any sort of rating, review, comments. Let us know what you're excited for in February, what you're looking forward to reading. If you are also an Olympic avid addict like Emily is, and what you're excited for there.
We could do an Olympic watch party for one of the hockey games.
True. Good point.
We'll see you same time, same place. Bring your blankets, bring your book boyfriends, and we'll see you then.
So, yeah.